Hello folks, it is me, I'm Biggie, and I am back, and welcome to the brand new episode of Patches and Peeves. Last time, I said I was gonna talk about Angel, Damon Hellstrom, and Satana. Well, I am going to do that, but first let me address a couple of things. If you enjoyed the last episode, make sure to leave a like for this one as well. Yes, like mongering, wonderful. I'm going that route already. But no, what I'm gonna say is, if you have any questions for the next set of Patches and Peeves, leave them down in the comments below, so I could see what questions people want to see me answered for Patches and Peeves. Make sure it's related mostly to patch notes and mostly PvP type stuff. But if you have any questions regarding builds, for example, I might do a showcase on what characters could be built in what way. But before that, we're gonna start off on our little series with an episode focus particularly on Angels, combos, and counters. Alright, here we have Angel. So let's go over his abilities in a more detailed manner, because last time I did not do this really well. We talked about how his techno-organic wings grants 25% to avoid attacks, as well as making him immune to ground attacks. That is accurate. We also talked about essence reading, which gives a chance to preemptively place generalized on attackers, which is accurate. One thing I need to talk to you about Angel first, though, is that his wings are the most annoying things ever. I've been playing with Angel in my team, and even then I find it annoying. For those of you who are actually facing Angel, you're probably very likely to see Angel next season, because everybody seems to have him right now because of a bug of the last PvP season giving everybody Angel despite it not reaching Adamantium. So you're gonna see a lot of Angel in PvP season 10. So yeah, you can see here how he selects and unselects when his wing is flapping around. Yeah, so expect that. If your character is hidden behind your Angel right here, you won't be able to select him half the time because his wings are massive, and that's going to apply the same as well when you're with your opponent on the other side. So you gotta expect to learn to click up here, yeah, where there's the those little heads that highlight which character goes what and who's doing what next. Click them up here, because if you're gonna click them down here, you won't be able to hit the character behind Angel's wings half the time. I think it's probably done somewhat on purpose. The Angel's wings are really, really, really annoying, but that's besides the point. That's just a little bit of a tangent, and we talk about, to rant about Angel's wings at the moment. If they don't fix it soon, I'm gonna be, well, I am angry about it right now anyways. But yeah, Angel's wings aside, let's talk about his abilities. So apparently Absolution grants Rising Up actually grants it on all allies, so all allies get a chance to gain Focus, Fortified, Agile, or Strengthened, not only on himself. This brings a whole new dimension of how to play as Angel. Well, because there are characters which has an ability called Finest Hour. Finest Hour is on Thundra, for example, where she could actually deal more damage with Agile, Focus, Fortified, Strengthened, Shielded, or Healing, as well as Paragon Exploiter, but that is another issue. But Finest Hour, as well as Omega Sentinel, is another character whose Plasma Blast deals more damage with Finest Hour and buffs on her. And another character, if you probably haven't forgotten him yet, is going to be Hercules, because with Son of Zeus, he actually takes increasingly less damage and deals increasingly more damage when Strengthened, Fortified, Agile, or Focused, as well as gain Blessing of Olympus if Strengthened, Fortified, Agile, and Focused. So he's gonna have like Blessing of Olympus, calm down everybody, make lots of damage. That is very possible too. And he also has an ability to block, with himself. So he actually is a very, very interesting combination with Hercules and Angel here. They work very well together. So that's one of the more prevalent teams I'm going to see, possibly. But most likely, what people are talking about is Angel's level 9 ability. Yeah. Guardian Angel is yet another resurrection effect, and this is a really annoying one too, because it is for one on Angel of all people. So right now we have not one, not two, but three characters that could have a resurrection effect. Angel is one, Valkyrie is the other, and last but not least, we have Phoenix. So what can you expect this season? Phoenix and Angel sitting in a tree. R-I-V-I-V-E-E. Revive? R-E-V-I-V-I-N-G. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they're just gonna go reviving. How? R-E-V-I-V-I-N-G. Yeah, there we go. I fail at spelling, but I fail at jokes too, but that's besides the point. But we have here White Crown Phoenix resurrecting everybody, an Angel resurrecting everybody, an Agent with power of 4 dying and then resurrecting himself and like dealing lots of damage to people and being generally annoying and horrible to people. And yeah, that is going to be absolute mayhem with Angel. Now we basically have another very strong resurrecting character, which grants his allies extra turns. Imagine, just look at the synergy. Imagine Omega Sentinel with 3 turns instead of 2. That is ridiculous. Yeah, take 3 actions instead of 2. That's ridiculous. Angel is going to be very strong. He's going to be very prevalent, and there's very limited ways of dealing with Angel. First off, the most obvious one, of course, is what's called Brutal Strike. Brutal Strike is on a limited amount of characters. You have it on Hawkeye on occasion. You have it on Satana as well, which we could be thankful for. Yeah, we have it if you're going to get her, but more importantly, we have it on Iron Patriot, War Machine, as well as X-23. So, for those of you who have command points, I recommend getting one of these. Well, this is one set of character that you could get. The other, of course, is going to be Damon Hellstrom, because he has what's called a debuff called Despair right here. And Despair, let me just load this up, is the one that actually removes and prevents resurrection effects and prevents healing while active. Yeah. So if you don't have any of these things, or you have Diamond Hellstrom, yeah, Diamond Hellstrom along with Satana, War Machine, and X-23. War Machine specifically in his Iron Patriot uniform, and X-23 are very important next PvP season to deal with resurrection type effects on characters that resurrect people. So that is one thing to keep in mind. The next issue, of course, is, and for all the buffs, you need a character to actually deal with all these buffs that he's granting as well. Of course, if you have Scroll of Uncle Bob, it is very important. It is very nice to actually have that to remove opponents' buffs. But the other way to deal with that is Soulfire, Ghost Rider is the one, Magic, Rescue, Union Jack, even very important buff removers. And also, yeah, very you gotta see a lot of Angel and make sure that you have characters that could deal with him. These two can deal with him effectively, well, relatively effectively, as well as X-23 with her Assassin Strike, as well as the other character I mentioned earlier, which is, where are you? You were here somewhere, weren't you? You are where? There we go. Iron Patriot with his Plasma Blade that deals Brutal Strike, cannot be prevented by resurrection effects. Yes. So those are the characters you need to keep your eye out for. Actually, War Machine in his is probably one of the more popular characters, anyways. So you could expect to see him as well in play, as in PvP. So yeah, pretty important. Yes. I mean, a team with War Machine is pretty self-explanatory, actually. But that's besides the point. That's how you, in summary, what you do is you're fighting with Angel. I recommend characters that has Finest Hour like Thundra, Omega Sentinel, as well as Zeus, and or using resurrection characters such as Phoenix. when you're fighting against against Angel, I recommend using characters that could deal with the resurrection effects, namely X-23, Satana, Diamond Hellstrom, and Iron Patriot uniformed War Machine. Alright folks, that's the end of that episode. See you guys next time on the next episode of Patches and Peeves, where we talk about the other characters I promised to talk about. See you guys then.